And welcome out to South Lawrence Elementary School, everybody, here for opening day of middle school volleyball, and we got a good one for you here. We got the home team, the South Lawrence Stallions, taking on the Rebels of Leoma, making the short drive down the road. We just finished up with some B-team action where South Lawrence took down Leoma in 3 sets. A thriller came down to the last set where South Lawrence won 18-16. Michael Marks here from the X Sports Network as we get you ready to go here for the start of the 2025 campaign for both of these teams. So high energy from both of these teams as we get ready to get started here. Both teams in black uniforms. Leoma blue numerals with white trim, and South Lawrence white numerals. Again, South Lawrence, the home team on the scoreboard, obviously. As we look to get started here, Leoma will serve first, I believe. There we go. We needed a ball to get started. And up to serve first for Leoma will be Kinsley Winters, number 7. And we are underway. And that one's going to go off of South Lawrence, point to Leoma. As Addie Surratt and Tess Newton had a hard time controlling that one. Winters to serve again for the Lady Rebels. Dug out by Surratt. And sent over by Daniels. Dug out by the Lady Rebels. Sent back over. And a little tap move right there. And it's going to get down for the kill for Habry Daniels. As that one went off a ricochet off of Paisley Campbell. And back to serve for the Lady Stallions will be number 20, Knoxley Webb. Webb to serve, gets it over. And that's going to be an ace as it drops down right there in front of number 12, Macy Wiggins. And South Lawrence takes the lead back 2-1. Webb sends it over. And a tough time digging it out there by the Lady Stallions as back-to-back aces by Webb. Webb to serve once again. And another good serve as that one's going to bounce out off the deflection from Lily Flatt, number 43 for the Rebels. And Webb back to serve once again. It's 4-1 South Lawrence. And sends that one over and out. And back to Leoma. Got some subs coming in. That is Waylon Price checking in for Elena Prentice. And Price will serve. Gets it across. And hitting it across there is Izzy Methvin. And that one's going to be in. Medvin will drop that one in, and it's 5-2 Stallions. Tess Newton back to serve. And Newton will send it over. That might be a bit long, and it will be out the back. And a break caught there by Leoma, as they almost hit that one. keep it in. Flat checks out, and Marley Cunningham comes in, number 18 here on the near side. That one's sent over, dug out there by Daniels. And that one's going to go into the net from Landry Cox. Back-to-back points for Leoma. That one's sent over, dug out, and sent over by Daniels. Matthews hits that one up over to Cunningham, who sends it back. A hard hit right there from Daniels. Sends it back over. Medvin sets up Daniels. Hard hit out the back, though. And just like that, Leoma's tied it back up at 5. Paisley Campbell to serve for Leoma. Campbell sends that one over. And a good job right there by Cox to send that one back. Cunningham over to Wiggins, who gets it over. Medvin. And Surratt gets it back over. Oh, Campbell back. And back and forth we go, but unable to corral that one right there, Wiggins. It'll be a point South Lawrence. Checking in is Hannah Kate Ezel. And Paisley Campbell will take a seat as Habry Daniels is back for South Lawrence to serve. And a good serve right there, sent it right at Waylon Price. But she couldn't control that one. South Lawrence gets the lead back up to 2. Daniels has been a lot of the offense for South Lawrence here in the early goings of this first set. As she sends that one in, a beautiful serve and an ace. Dropped that one right in front of Kinsley Winters. And Daniels will get it over. And another errant hit there from Price. And it'll be another point South Lawrence. 9-5 is your score. Daniels still to serve. She sends it over. Back at Price. And another ace right there. That's going to go off of Wiggins and Price there. And quickly it is 10-5, South Lawrence with the lead. And a good serve right there, dug out there by the Lady Rebels. Daniels over to Methvin. And that's Cox sending it over and into the net. Points Leoma, and the Rebels will serve. And that is number 93, Reese Matthews, to serve, and that one's going to be in the net. Point and serve back to South Lawrence, as that's number 11, Landry Cox, to serve. And that one will be sent over, dug out there by Winters. Fighting for it's Matthews. She hits it, and it's going to go off the backboard. Point South Lawrence. And they're on a little bit of a roll here on a 7-1 run. Cox to serve again. And she'll send it over. And out. Good job right there by Price to let that one sail. And 12-7 is your score. Subs for the Lady Stallions checking in is number 32, Zaylee Staggs. And checking out is number 11, Landry Cox. Lady Rebels to serve, and that one's going to be an errant hit right there from Macy Wiggins, and that's going to be point and serve back to South Lawrence as Izzy Methvin back to serve for the Lady Stallions. And nice serve, sends that one over, dug out there by Matthews. And sending it back over is Prentice. There come the Lady Stallions. And a good tip right there by number 20, Knoxley Webb. Over there on the left side, just tipping it over the Lady Rebel defense and drops that one in for the kill. 14-7. Medvin still to serve. Sends it over. Dug out by Matthews. Now Cunningham sends it back over. And a kill right there from Addie Surratt with the spike. (15-7). South Lawrence with the lead here in the first set. Dug out by Matthews, and that one's going to go sail out of bounds in front of Prentice. And another ace right there for Izzy Methvin. South Lawrence on a bit of a roll here. There's Prentice, and that one's going to go out. Rebels can't buy a point, and they want a timeout. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee.
The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years.
And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
And welcome back out of the Leoma timeout. South Lawrence leads 17-7 here in the first set as we return here to the action. Methvin with the serve again. Matthews over to Cunningham, who just tries to tap it over, saved by Webb. And Surratt with the spike again. That one's going to go out the backside. Or pardon, that was, yes, Addie Surratt, number 3. Leoma to serve. And up to serve is number 27, Paisley Campbell, or pardon. It's actually number 43, Lily Flatt. A little miscommunication there. 17-8 is your score. South Lawrence with the lead. Leoma serving, though. Webb. Now Newton. Back to Webb with the kill. Knoxley Webb right there with the strong right. And we're back to a 10-point advantage. And Addie Surratt to serve for South Lawrence. And that one's sent over. And a good job right there. Good serve from Addie Surratt. She dropped that one right in front of Flatt. And she couldn't dig it out. 19-8 your score here in the first set. Pretty good crowd on hand to get this middle school volleyball season started. Oh, and a good job right there by number 15, Habry Daniels, as that one came off of Matthews right back at her on that front line. She slammed it down with the kill. 20-8. South Lawrence leads. Surratt still serving, and she's going to send that one a little left and out. Point to Leoma. And they'll be back to Kinsley Winters to serve. Winters started this game off. And the lefty sends it over. And Webb, just gets that one over the net. Webb hit it back to Newton and then back to Webb, who just got it to skip over the net. Staggs will take a seat as Cox is back in, and that serve will be out. Point to Leoma. 21-10 your score, as it's Alana Price now to serve. On a rocket, but out of bounds. As we got some subs coming in, that is Waylon Price coming in for Alana Prentice. And it's 22-10. Back to serve for South Lawrence is Tess Newton. Newton sends it over. Dug out there by Winters. And now it's Cunningham with the hard shot. Or pardon, that was Wiggins with the shot back out of bounds. Point to South Lawrence. Newton still serving. 2 points away from taking this first set. That one over. Dug out by Winters. And a good job right there by Wiggins to get it over. And Methvin now on the right side. Dug out by Winters. Set up there by Campbell. Winters will send it over. And that one's going to go off the wrist of Addie Surratt and out of bounds. Point to Leoma. Good job by the Rebels there getting the offense set up and allowed them to edge a little closer. As Flat will take a seat. And Marley Cunningham will check in for Leoma. Now send it over, dug out by Daniels, who gets the kill. 24-11. As Habry Daniels will go back to serve and look to end this first set for the Stallions. Again, we got a good bit of middle school volleyball going on here on the Exports Network. We got E.O. Kaufman and Collinwood going on right now as well, as they'll drop that one in, and that will do it for the first set. South Lawrence takes this one 25-11. We'll be back in a minute as you're watching middle school volleyball here on the Exports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
And welcome back to South Lawrence Elementary School here for some opening day middle school volleyball. Second set coming up between Loretto and South Lawrence and Leoma, as South Lawrence took the first set 25-11. And South Lawrence will start with the serve. That is number 20, Knoxley Webb, who will get things started for the Lady Stallions. As we had a close one pretty early on in the set, but South Lawrence just really made some ground that was almost irreversible in that first set. And they'll start it off with an ace right there from Webb, as she dropped it right down in front of of Macy Wiggins there for Leoma, number 12. Webb had a good set of serves back in the first set. And that one, and South Lawrence, or Leoma's kept that one alive, dug out by Webb. And Newton can't do anything with it. And off the glasses of Wiggins will end in a Leoma point. Kinsley Winters back to serve. And the lefty will get it over. Webb dug out, and a good save out there by Newton. And Daniels will just send it over. Campbell sends that one over. Cox now, and a good job digging that one out was Wiggins, but couldn't get it to anybody, and a kill there for Landry Cox for South Lawrence. Serving will be Tess Newton. Had an ace that ended this first set. And a high one dug out there by Leoma. And Prentice will send that one over. Webb. And Knoxley Webb sends that one over and in for the point. I believe she was trying to set Methvin up there, but just went a little long. Oh, and another ace right there from Newton. As Matthews and Wiggins had a little miscommunication there. Newton back to serve. 4-1's your score. South Lawrence with the lead. Oh, and a beautiful serve, Matthews. Campbell will poke it over. Methvin. Oh, and a good poke right there by Habry Daniels. Gets the kill. And a real heads-up play there as the backside of that Leoma defense had crashed in and able to poke it right over their heads. Newton sends this one over. Dug out by Flatt, and she sends it right back over. Daniels to Methvin. Back to Daniels and into the net. Point for Leoma. And lucky for Leoma, that one didn't get over the net because that one was coming in hot. As we've got some subs, as Prentice will check out and Price back in. Price to serve. And she'll send it over. Dug out by Webb. Methvin. And that one's going to go over and point to Leoma as they're going to say Methvin hit that one twice. 5-3. Price to serve again for the Lady Rebels. And a high one sent over. Dug out there by Surratt. Methvin. And Webb will send it over. And out, or pardon, in. Point South Lawrence. Daniels the serve, gets it over, and drops it in with the ace. 7-3 lead for South Lawrence. And Habry Daniels, one of those people you want up to serve. As she drops another one in for an ace. A beauty right there as Winters couldn't corral. This is almost an exact copy of what we saw in the first set where South Lawrence just builds a little lead and keeps adding on to it. Winters. Campbell sends that one over, and she was into the net. Or pardon, a two-hit right there, double. And that's another point for South Lawrence. 9-3 is your score. Daniel still serving. And South Lawrence looks to build another insurmountable lead. And Daniels, got a benefit from the net there as that one skipped off the net, and it was impossible for Winters to try to time that one up. So South Lawrence quickly into double figures now with 10, as their lead is now 10-3. Daniels sends it over, and Winters dug it out, but nobody there to receive it. As Daniels is on a heater with her serve right now. Sends it over again, dug out there by Matthews, send it over, and a good job right there by Surratt. Now Wiggins into the net. 12-3 South Lawrence. And we saw it in the first set, when South Lawrence gets into a groove, they are almost impossible to stop. Daniels sends that one over, dug out by Winters. Now Campbell. Winters will send it over. Dug out there by Newton. Methvin is going to set up Surratt with the kill. Oh, actually, good job there by Leoma as they almost got it over. A little miscommunication there between Winters and Flat locked them up. And your score is 13-3, South Lawrence with the lead. Leoma timeout, we'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
And welcome back out of the Leoma timeout. South Lawrence on an absolute run right now as they are lead this one 13-3. Michael Marks here for the X Sports Network, bringing you middle school volleyball action, South Lawrence and Leoma. Habry Daniels with the serve, and she has been absolutely killing it for the Lady Stallions. As Methvin sets up Surratt, just trying to get it over. Winters dug it out. And Campbell will send it over. Cox digs it out, and Methvin just pokes it over. And almost a save there by the Lady Rebels, as Price couldn't get good contact on it. 14-3 now. Daniels back to serve again. Feels like she's been serving almost this whole set. Sends it over. Winters digs it out. Campbell. Wiggins. And down for the kill. Macy Wiggins getting into the action there. As we got some subs coming in for Leoma. Flat will take a seat, as that's Marley Cunningham coming into the game, number 18 here on the near side. Back to serve for Leoma is Paisley Campbell. Campbell sends it over. Oh, Newton almost sent that one a little too far back. Cox will send it over. And point South Lawrence, as Leoma had somebody in the net there. 15-4 is your score, as Zaylee Staggs is checking in here for Landry Cox. Staggs now to serve for the Lady Stallions. She looks to keep this excellent run going. Oh, and a rocket. What a serve right there. Staggs had a little something behind that one. She was looking for the ball that had already gotten sent back. 16-4. Oh, and another heater. Dug out there by Price. Cunningham. And South Lawrence trying to send it back over. Surratt. And we'll get the kill there, as Wiggins dug it out and didn't have anybody there to receive it. 17-4. Staggs. Another rocket, and that one's going to drop in. What a serve. And that was absolutely perfect, because everyone for Leoma thought that one had gone out. And Staggs sends that one into the net, back to Leoma, 18-5. Reese Matthews to serve. And that one ricocheting around as Methvin will send it over. Now Ezel. Oh, and a spike right there from Surratt. Hannah Kate Ezel for Leoma trying to send it back over, and who was waiting but Addie Surratt with the kill. Back to serve now is Izzy Methvin. Had a good stretch of serves in her first set as well, as Winters will send it over. Dug out by Methvin. Set up there by Newton, and Surratt will just hit it over. Ezel to Cunningham. Sent over by Winters. Dug out there by Daniels. And Surratt with the spike. And down. Waylon Price went for a ball way up high, and wasn't any way for Marley Cunningham to save that one off the ricochet. 20-5 now is your score. And Winters will send that one over and out. Point South Lawrence as they're nearing ever so close to a sweep here as they lead this second set 21-5. And again, as you can see on our scoreboard, South Lawrence took the first set 25-11. Methvin will send that one over. Dug out by Ezel. And Wiggins tried to save it there, but could not do so there. Methvin still serving. Sends it over, a high one. Price, Ezel, and now Winters will send it over. Good shot right there by Winters. Gets a kill with her back turn. As Price goes out and Prentice comes in. As it's now a Macy Wiggins serve for Leoma. Sends that one over. Dug out there by Daniels. And now sent back over by Staggs. And hit a little too hard there by Reese Matthews as Wiggins couldn't control it there. Cunningham. And now back to serve for South Lawrence is Addie Surratt. And Surratt will send that one over. And Prentice will send it right back. And locked up in the net there is going to be a point to South Lawrence. 23-7. And Flatt will check in for Cunningham and go back to serve. Flatt sends over a heater and drops it in for the ace. Good job there by Lily Flatt. And she looks to try to get Leoma back into this one. A long way to go. Flatt sends it over. Dug out there by Staggs. And now Daniels drops it in. Flatt hits it up. And Campbell tried to save it there at the net, but to no avail. Point South Lawrence as they're looking to finish this one up 24-8. Quickly, we'll get some subs in as Landry Cox will come in for Zaylee Staggs. And back to the top with Knoxley Webb to serve. Started this set off with an ace. And looks to finish it with one, and does just that. And that'll do it here for the second set and the match as South Lawrence a clean 2-0 sweep over Leoma as the scores are 25-11 and 25-8. So that will do it for us here on this Tuesday afternoon. We'll be back Thursday as the Lady Stallions will take on Mount Pleasant. That will be here at 5:30. So for my producer, Sam Camp, I'm Michael Marks. This has been Middle School Volleyball here on the X Sports Network.